Hi everybody, it's Don. Well, I think I might have just undone. Undone is the word I'm looking for. Undone all the good work that I've done this week going to the gym in one meal. So tonight, the night before the Panama Canal, I did the chef's table tonight. I always like to do the chef's table whenever I can on a cruise ship. I like seeing the chefs be able to express themselves and see the different meals they come up with. It's far better than your average specialty restaurant and your average dinner in the restaurants on the cruise ships. And we had a chef's table. And it was so good tonight. It was very, very good food. 5 types of wine, pairings and everything. And I'm not a drinker, so you know how that affects me. Woo! I'm a little lightheaded after coming off of there. But oh my goodness, the food was so good. But it is so much calories. There was cheese dishes. There was beef, fish, lamb. There were all these different sweets and sugar items, and I know, like my stomach right now feels like it's going to explode. It feels like Santa Claus, and I'm shaking my belly like a bowl full of jelly. It is just, but it was so good. So I just have to recommend everybody, if you're ever on a cruise ship, they don't always advertise. Sometimes they do. Sometimes you can book it, like on Carnival, you can book a chef's table ahead of time. But many cruise lines don't even advertise it, like Princess. They don't even advertise it. But the minute you get on the ship, call down to dining, not room service. Call down to dining and ask if they have a chef's table and if you can put your name in. Because quite often, they won't. Like on this cruise, they're having one chef's table on 14 days. And that's it. We were their first chef's table in 19 months. So they wanted to make sure they got it right before starting to offer it again. So this is their practice run and everything. The chef and all their new procedures. But the food is so good. And it's really fun to see the different experimentation. Now, if you're somebody who's very, very fussy with your food, then no, don't do a chef's table. The food is really good, but it can be experimental. It can be different flavors that you might not be used to. You know, some people like rice, they don't like risotto. Some people like beef, they don't like fish, etc., etc. It's not made for anybody who's very, very particular about their food to the point where they're not even willing to try a different sauce on their meat. But if you're open to suggestions and you're open to trust the chef, then chef's tables are wonderful. I mean, the food was just delicious. And because it's a specialty, and because they're serving it to you by the chef, and everything comes to you piping hot when it's supposed to be piping hot. And like I said, they pair the wines, they have champagne, and they pair it with the course that you're having all throughout the chef's table. And it really makes, even for a non-drinker, it's still fun to do the tasting of the wine and pair it with this is a wine that goes good with fish. I didn't realize that. This is a beef, it goes with a red wine. If you're not a drinker, you don't know these things. So I really enjoy letting somebody take care of all that for me and me just sitting back and enjoying the meal and having a great conversation. There were 11 of us at this table and I felt like I made 11 new friends. We just talked. We talked about our different cruising stories, and we talked about our jobs and our history and our families, what we do back home, what we do for a living, why we're on this cruise, which cruise we're going on next. Everything you can think about just came up. Just like a bunch of old friends meeting together one more time. And that's one of the things I love about cruising, is the fact that when you're on the cruise ships, it almost feels like you're all family, because you all love that one thing. Cruising is that thing that unites everybody on the ship. We all like this. It's like going to a baseball game and you're all cheering for the same team. That's what unites you. You can be the totally different people from across the United States, but you're all there cheering for one or the other team. So that's what unites you as a whole. And the same thing can be said about cruising, and especially at something like the chef's table. When you all talk about the same unique experience, you talk about the food, and before you know it, you're talking about everything like your long lost friends. Well, there you go. That's what I enjoy about the chef's table on cruise ships. You gotta try it.